mi gente? It's your boy Dwell, aka Mr. J, aquí en la casa, coming at you sideways. I want to thank all the people supporting my channel, all the people that are subscribing. I keep getting subscribers every day, and I appreciate it. I want to let you know I'm thankful. Keep subscribing, that way I can keep dropping more content. And the more content I drop, the more advanced I'll get at it. You know what I mean? I hopefully everybody saw the first podcast I did, the first interview. I got some people lined up. It's just a matter of making it happen. So I just want to say thanks to all you people. Keep liking, keep subscribing, drop your comments and whatnot. I appreciate it. I want to make this video in regards to something that's been itching my mind. It's pretty much in regards to boxing. I like boxing. I've always liked boxing. I like watching boxing. I'm a boxing fan, pretty much. If you want to call me a sport guy, I've always liked sports, but I'm not into sports like that. You know what I mean? I only do it when it's people joining together. But boxing is something I like watching. I'll invite people over. I'll try to have things going on when it comes to boxing. I'll try to watch a fight somewhere if I can't watch it at my house. Pretty much, I try to. There's fights every weekend and whatnot. Depends. Sometimes there's big fighters, sometimes there's not. But I like boxing, so sometimes I watch the prospects, the new guys coming up. Sometimes I watch the big dogs that are, on their prime, and some of the people that are already heading out the door. But I've always been a boxing fan, so if there's any sport that I like, it's boxing. I like the Lakers too, you know what I mean? I like basketball, but I don't watch basketball like that. I like the Angels, but I ain't a baseball guy like that. I like going to the games for sure, because I'm from Santana, so Anaheim's not too far. Whenever I get a chance, I head to the Angel Stadium at least once a season. Even if it's preseason, it's fun. But obviously the playoff games are a lot more money, but I try to go at least just have some good times over there. But this is something that's been itching my mind for a little while. It's a topic, kind of I don't want to bring it up, but it's out there. This guy's fighting. I think he's fighting next month. I'm not sure the date. But I had to bring it up because I did see the first conference. I think this guy is fighting a UFC fighter. I think his name is Ben Askren, something like that. He's a UFC fighter. I don't know too much about that. I don't watch UFC too much. I don't know how good this guy is. He's a UFC fighter. But I saw the press conference. This guy is fighting the one and only Jake Paul, the YouTuber. I don't know. That's what I'm bringing up. I'm gonna give just my thoughts on what it is, because he gets a lot of views. So you can't take that away from nothing. He's famous from YouTube and whatnot, and this guy is pretty much turned into a fighter. You know what I mean? He's been boxing, but the thing is, I don't know. Personally, he made himself look like a fool. You know what I mean? Like a moron. You know what I mean? I don't hate on the guy. He does what he does. I just don't respect him as a fighter. That's what it is. You know what I mean? It's entertainment, but at the same time, it's an embarrassment to the sport. You know what I mean? Because you do want to see, I guess, I'm not going to pay for his fights. I'm not going to do nothing like that. But, I'll probably watch it, see how it goes later on when it's uploaded somewhere. You know what I mean? But that I'm I'm going to watch this guy fight. Nah, because I'm just not into him. I don't consider him like a boxer. You know what I mean? Or a prospect, or even a professional. He claims he's a professional, but I don't know. And at the end, I do want him to get beat up. You know what I mean? But the thing is, he's fighting this UFC guy, but this UFC guy, he's not a boxer. You know what I mean? He's a fighter. He'll probably kill or destroy it in a real fight without gloves. You know what I mean? Without gloves. Or even if they had gloves and he could kick and whatnot, like a kickboxing match, he'd destroy Jake Paul. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure any UFC fighter will. But the thing is, my opinion is that this guy, he's not a boxer. You know what I mean? And the advantage, this is the advantage. This is where I think Jake Paul thinks he's bad. You know what I mean? He thinks he's bad because he does have the upper hand. He has the upper hand where this guy's not a boxer, and Jake Paul's been training probably for 2-3 years. I know it's been at least 2 years, and no more than 3. I don't think. It's not that I follow him, but I do have Snapchat, and I click all those little things, and his little stuff comes out. His and Jake Paul. I'm not haters from them, you know. To be honest, I mean him and Logan Paul, his brother. I kind of like watching Logan Paul's things. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's like they do boxing, but it's like now they're calling out Mayweather. Like I don't know. It's taking it to a different. Like come on, Mayweather's just going that route. Like I don't know if they're gonna fight, but it's on there. But whatever. And if I had to choose, I like Logan Paul better. More. I don't follow him, but like I said, once in a while I'll click his content on Snapchat. I don't put his name up on YouTube or Jake Paul's name on YouTube. It's just stuff that comes out like on Snapchat. I'm going through it and I'll click it. But it's like this guy made himself, I don't know, like a little kid. You know what I mean? I think he has the upper hand, Jake Paul, like I said, because he's been training longer. You know what I mean? He's been training longer. This guy's gonna train for this fight. I don't know how long they train, a couple weeks. But it's like fighting a little kid because the little kid's beginning. But and the thing that you know I would want him to lose, but I don't know if he is. I don't know if he is because, like I said, it's an upper hand. He's been training. Like if I step in the ring with him, he'll beat me up. Why? Because he's been training. You know what I mean? But the thing that I don't respect, and I don't think he has skill because he doesn't fight a boxer. You know what I mean? He doesn't really. He claims he's a professional, but he doesn't have an amateur career. He doesn't have a. He hasn't fought one real pro boxer. It's just they fight and they're called. His first fight, he was already a pro boxer. How is that even possible? You know what I mean? So if I get in, I'm a professional. Like the word professional means a lot. You know what I mean? It means you have a certain amount of respect from the people that know you're doing it, and you also give that amount of respect to what you're doing. You know what I mean? I think in regards to boxing or any trade, you know, if I say I'm a carpenter, I'm not just gonna say I'm a carpenter because I better know what I'm doing when it comes to really building something. You know, so in that aspect, I don't consider him a pro. You know what I mean? He's been training for a long time. You know what I mean? So he has advantages. I think he fought another YouTuber that I don't even know his name, but I guess his first fight was a YouTuber. Obviously, that he was already training for like a year, working out for like a year, so something like that, just training because of his brother. I think Logan Paul was training to fight this other YouTuber, and this guy's been training along with his brother. You know what I mean? So he already had an upper hand of months, and then this guy trained weeks. Just said, "I want to fight you." You know, told him, "I want to fight you." Trained for what? Maybe a month or 2, 3 months at the most. This guy already had probably a year of training up his sleeve. So it's like, how are you gonna call yourself a boxer when you fight this guy? You know what I mean? I'd probably beat him up too. No offense. Maybe not, but still, you know. But does that make me a boxer? No, because I didn't fight an official boxer. Just because you say your title says you're a pro, are you really a pro? I don't know. Then phone call. Then he fought the basketball player. Yeah, the basketball player is an athlete. He thought he had a chance, but by that time, what is his name? Nate Robinson. Like I said, Nate Robinson ain't a fighter. I don't know if he's trained any time or he's even fought in his life. Even if you fought in the street 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times, you're fighting a guy who's been already trained. And that's the advantage Jake Paul had. He had an advantage to where he already had maybe 2 years already up his sleeve training, you know what I mean? And then here comes a guy that wants to train for a month or 2. And here the advantage is he already has that mindset. So he's bullying people pretty much. Now I saw in the conference he's a little scared. He showed a little bit, you could tell in his body language, you know what I mean? That he showed just how he was acting. Obviously this guy's a real fighter. So it's like if he puts hands on him, he's gonna hurt him. Not in the boxing game. Not in the boxing game. I don't know how this guy's gonna do in boxing. Maybe he'll do good because he's actually a fighter, but boxing and MMA is still 2 different sports. and like we saw McGregor with Mayweather. It's two different sports. Mayweather will abolish. I mean, McGregor would abolish him in a full fight. You know what I mean? To be honest, unless I mean Mayweather could get that slip too. You know, and really hurt him too. Don't get me wrong, but that guy Ben Arskin, Ben. I'm not gonna say his last name. I don't know at the moment, but I think it's Ben. I saw in his conference, but this guy Jake Paul was acting like a little kid, pretty much, just blabbering, blabbering, trying to get trying to get some show. But in reality, it's like it's no respect. I mean, someone that watches boxing is no respect. I mean, he's getting Snoop Dogg in there. You know what I mean? I respect his hustle, but I don't respect him as a boxer. You know what I mean? You know what? I gotta stop saying. You know what I mean? A lot. I notice I catch myself saying that. You know what I mean? But I don't respect him as a boxer. I'm gonna work on that. I don't respect him as a boxer. I would want him to see get beat up. I just don't. I don't. I'd maybe give him the respect if I see him fight like a young kid with 2 fights. That's a pro. That's been in the game already, 10 years, 5 years as a kid, whatever. It's 2-3 years already, and as an amateur, and then went pro and has 1 or 2 fights. You know what I mean? I would respect if I see him get down in that boogie like that, because otherwise he's just taking advantage. If I get in the ring with him, he'll probably knock me out. Why? Because he's been training, he's been working out. Even if I'm a bad fighter, street fighter, whatnot, he's gonna knock me out because I don't have that practice. Practice makes perfect at the end of the day. But it's like he hasn't showed his skill. He was talking about how he's only been in the ring, I don't know, 2 rounds at the most. 1 round, they haven't even oh yeah, you know what? I think he said it wasn't even 1 round. But yeah, you're fighting people that don't fight. You're fighting people that don't fight. We'll see how this round goes with this UFC fighter. I'm not gonna watch it, to be honest, like live or nothing like that. I'm not subscribed to that. I'm subscribed to a couple channels and whatnot, but I'm not subscribed to that app. I don't know what it's called, Thriller or something like that. But so I'm not gonna watch it. But if it comes up on YouTube the next day or whatnot, that's when I'll click on it. But he was on the undercard with Mike Tyson. So these boxers are giving him credit. You know what I mean? A lot of boxers are respecting his thing. But I don't know if it's just for clout or whatnot. I don't know which real fighter is gonna respect a guy just coming in and fighting YouTubers or people that don't fight and then just claiming he's a badass. You know what I mean? Excuse my language, but I try not to cuss too much. But you know what I mean? There we go. But yeah, I don't give him that credit. I don't give him. It's just something that's been itching in my head. I gotta throw it out there. I am a boxing guy, and I just can't. I would give him the respect, like I said, if he goes in 1-on-1 with even a guy that has been already in 2-3 pro fights. You know what I mean? Even in 1 or 2, even as his pro debut, because there's some badass kids that debut for their first fight, and they put on a good show. You know what I mean? But these kids or these people, sometimes they're adults too, but sometimes they have that experience in the background. You know what I mean? Amateurs or they've been training in the gym years also before they became pros, sparring and whatnot. So I would give them the respect. It doesn't have to be a big name, but a fighter. You know what I mean? Someone that's been fighting, that's about it. Not someone that just wants to fight for clout and then gets knocked out in the first round. Because two months of boxing that you train, 3 months, even if you non-stop those 3 months, doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean nothing at all. So, you know, I'm not trying to say, Jake Paul, watch this. No, I'm just giving my opinion and my thoughts. You know what I mean? And I would want to see him get beat up. You know what I mean? I would want to see him get beat up. And I'll give him the respect as a boxer. Like, I don't hate on him as he's doing his thing. He's making money. But I don't hate on it as a boxer. I don't respect him. I don't respect him. And let me know on your thoughts on these comments. Drop some comments, drop some likes. But you know, at the end, I don't show support. If he moves up, he keeps moving up. But I would want to see him fight. And I'll probably even pay for that if he fights a real boxer. A real professional boxer with some boxing background. Not a YouTuber that has 1 million views and then wants to fight. Not a basketball player that's probably never fought in his life. He's athletic. He was athletic. Their excuse was he's athletic. I could take him down, but he's never fought in his life. Probably, you know what I mean? I don't know, but he got knocked out. He thinks he's bad because he did that. Anybody can do that. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, I can get knocked out easy. Someone will knock me out, even if you're not a boxer. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a boxer. I'll get hit and someone knock me out. I'll hit somebody and I'll knock them out. So that has really nothing to do. Now, if you knock out a king, you know what I mean? Then, or the baddest fool, then that's different. But you're just gonna bully somebody and knock them out. I think that's what he is. He's just a bully, and he's a little bit more scared of this Ben guy, but I think he might take him still because, like I said, he doesn't have he's a boxer. You know, he already has that advantage. Yes, he's been working out as a boxer for a couple years now, and this guy's just gonna jump in as a boxer. This whole different training. This guy trains for MMA, which, like I said, he would kill him probably. You know what I mean? Or he'd hurt him at least. You know, possibly break his hand, break his leg, if he really puts hands on him. You know, but that's just my thoughts. Like and subscribe. You know, it's your boy 12, aquí en la casa. Stay tuned for some more. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Peace.